Welcome, all you New Japan heads out there, to another edition of Chris Black's NJPW Report. I am the natural Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, independent professional wrestler, and New Japan addict. This is, as you know, a special G1 Climax edition of the report where I cover the greatest tournament in all of pro wrestling. And today we're back on the A block side as I will cover everything that went down on night 3 of the tournament. But as a reminder, because I am doing all of the reviews for every single day of the tournament, I ask that you go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit the like, share with all your New Japan friends out there, because you definitely do not want to miss any of my coverage, kind of like you don't want to miss any of the days of the tournament. So, with that in mind, let's get right to the action. In the first match, we have the Young Lions once again. We have Gabriel Kidd this time taking on Yuya Uemura. The match starts out pretty well, chain wrestling like most of the Young Lion matches do. However, it seems like tonight Kidd was a little bit more aggressive. You seem to see the fight, the struggle, and the effort put into these matches by these young guys. Like I said, Kidd was a little more aggressive tonight. Throwing the first strike, he seemed determined not to take that L. Well, another L, that is. I was a little bit disappointed in Uemura. He was not the same Uemura that I've come to love. He was like that. He was missing that fire. I don't know what's going on with him, but Gabriel Kidd has the advantage during most of this match. However, Uemura did get Kidd in the single leg crab. That seems to be the move, their go-to move for most of the Young Lions. But Kidd does get to the ropes for the break. The match quickly turns into a striking match with Kidd coming out on top. And at the conclusion of the match, we see Kidd land a double underhook suplex on Uemura for the win in 7 minutes and 21 seconds. Kidd actually wiped the sweat from his chest and flicked it onto Uemura, which seems pretty heel-like, but I like it. Not liking what Uemura's been doing lately, but better luck next time. Alright, so we have the first match of the tournament. We have Jeff Cobb taking on Shingo Takagi. Jeff Cobb, so in the news, they've been talking about his contract status, how he basically turned down a contract with AEW and also with Ring of Honor. It seems as though he may go the New Japan route, and I would definitely recommend that. I think Jeff Cobb is a very valuable asset to New Japan, and they definitely don't want him wasting his time in another company. Not that Ring of Honor or AEW would be a waste of time, but I think that Jeff Cobb would serve New Japan a lot better. But as for the match, as you can tell, these two guys are probably going to try to just out-muscle each other, and they went for the strikes right away, trying to shoulder tackle each other, trying to basically throw their weight around, exerting their dominance. Cobb, he tossed Takagi with an over-the-head suplex like he was a child. But, you can't count Takagi down because he also leveled Jeff Cobb with one of those devastating lariats that he throws. Both men on the ground, they staring at each other. They start headbutting like a couple of billy goats. I'm telling you, the amount of effort put into these matches, the amount of fight, the realism is what I've come to love with all New Japan matches. This match turns into heavy strikes as both men try to knock each other down. Cobb winning that exchange with a lariat of his own. Takagi manages to escape a tour of the islands and nails Jeff Cobb with another one of his harsh lariats. Jeff Cobb does hit a made in Japan. Oh, not Jeff Cobb. Shingo Takagi hits a made in Japan on Cobb for a very close 2 count. Then we had a little bit of back and forth between the two men as Cobb hits the tour of the islands for the pin in 11 minutes and 44 seconds. This is a nice opening match of the tournament for night 3. Nice battle of the two powerhouses. I enjoyed it. In the next match, you had Okada taking on Yujiro Takahashi. Now off top, Okada's not losing to Yujiro. Let's not be fooling anybody. I love the Okada clean break spot where he backs the guy up to the corner, acts like he's going to give him a slap to the chest, and then just kind of backs off and taps him like, yeah, better luck next time, buddy. However, Yujiro fights very dirty as he starts biting Okada's hand when he had him in a hold. But you know Okada's going to give him some of that act, right? Okada is tacked on the outside with Yujiro actually in control of the match, hitting a nice neck breaker on the floor. I kind of feel like this match, Okada was a little too generous with Yujiro. He had no Bullet Club backup, but he did a good job keeping Okada down. I also noticed how Okada had his lower back taped, so I don't know if he's fighting off some nagging injuries or something like that. Okada does manage to mount an outcome back as he tries to gain control of the match, dumping Yujiro with a tombstone, locking in the money clip. But once again, Yujiro starts to bite Okada's hand, so he will let go. As far as match strategy goes, Yujiro's doing pretty good, and he actually had me convinced that he can get an upset victory tonight. Yujiro hits an angle slam for a very close 2 count. After fighting out of some finishing attempts, Okada is able to hit a discus clothesline and then locks in the money clip once again. Yujiro, that's a wrap for him as he goes ahead and taps out in 12 minutes 1 second. Now I must say that I'm not a fan of Yujiro. He always comes across as a bit of a henchman or a lackey, but he did well in his match against the former multi-time champion. And I'm wondering, are we ever going to see another Rainmaker? Seems like Okada's become very comfortable using the money clip submission to gain all of his victories, but perhaps they're just waiting for the right moment for him to pull it out. I think he's going to start pulling out the Rainmaker in some of the matches that are harder to win for him in this tournament. All right, the third match of the night. Well, third in the tournament. You have Minoru Suzuki taking on Taichi. So we have the Battle of Suzuki-gun. And I'm not sure who to root for, as I want to see Taichi win, but at the same time, I got some love for Suzuki. Either way, I'm going to get my strong style fix during this match. As Suzuki enters the ring, Taichi is in the corner looking kind of concerned, and that's a different look for Taichi. Suzuki goes right after him and tries to choke and gouge out his eyes. The ref kind of gets squashed trying to pry these two apart. Not good for the ref to go down with these two guys in the ring. And they prove why, because Suzuki grabs a chair, but so does Taichi. And there's a little bit of dueling chairs going on as Suzuki takes it to the outside and starts to batter Taichi with another chair. And of course uses the barricades. Suzuki is treating Taichi like a chump. Taichi really needs to start throwing some hands because the ref is still out and he needs to do something to get Suzuki off his ass. But once the ref does come to, he does stop Suzuki from using another chair. When he runs into the ring, Taichi grabs his mic stand and hits Suzuki while the ref's back is turned. There's a little more fighting on the outside as Taichi takes control. Taichi starts taunting Suzuki with kicks to the face, but then Suzuki puts on that devilish grin. We all know bad things happen when he starts smiling. And he drops Taichi with a well-placed forearm, but he begins to waste a lot of time showboating and talking shit. Taichi uses his lethal kicks to take Suzuki down again, but as they get back up, Suzuki catches him in a sleeper hold, tries to turn it into a gotch-style pile driver, but Taichi is able to escape, and he delivers a Black Mephisto and pins Suzuki in 12 minutes 11 seconds. Taichi seemed a little bit off his game during this match, but storyline-wise, it may be because Taichi is intimidated by Suzuki. But he walks away with the victory. Alright, fourth match of the tournament. You have Tomohiro Ishii taking on Will Ospreay. This is going to be a good mix of styles. Ospreay goes for the handshake, ducks a forearm by Ishii, and then there's a little bit of back and forth. Got some shoulder tackle attempts where Ospreay gets the best of Ishii, and he goes for the handshake again, but Ishii kicks him. Okay, let me just pause for a second. I'm not quite understanding Will Ospreay. I think, are they turning him heel? Because he's displaying a little bit more heel mannerisms during this match. The whole going for the handshake and Ishii is just not having it. It just seems kind of heelish to me. But Anyway, each of the guys tries to avoid each other's move. These are some actual, just very beautiful spots between these two. Ishii slows the match down, laying in the chops as he starts to punish Ospreay. He corners Ospreay and takes multiple slaps to the face, but Ishii doesn't even flinch. And Ospreay tries to go after him with two forearms, and again doesn't flinch. But it takes a forearm to the chest before it wakes up Ishii, and he returns it with another stiff chop. Ospreay gains advantage using his unique high-flying offense. You're not going to go toe-to-toe with Ishii, so you might as well use what you know and, take advantage of your aerial offense. Because every single time he goes head-to-head with Ishii, he gets knocked on his ass. The only way he's going to gain advantage is, again, by using his aerial offense. So on the outside, he does hit an Os cutter off of the barricade as the ref starts to count both men out. Ishii barely gets back in the ring at 19. Having Ishii off his feet, he needs to stop trying to stand toe-to-toe with him and win. While on the ropes, Ishii hits a jumping headbutt on Ospreay and delivers a second rope brainbuster. Ospreay is again leveled, trying to go strike to strike with Ishii. He hits another Os cutter off the ropes for a close 2 count. Dude, you need to change your strategy. Every time you use your aerial offense, you're able to put Ishii down. Whenever you go toe-to-toe with him, Ishii puts you down. So come on, dude. He picks up Ishii for a Stormbreaker, and I'm like, this ain't happening. Dude is just, he's too big for him. But I forget, Will Ospreay has put on a little bit of more muscle mass. After 2 attempts, he gets the big man up and nails him with an over-the-shoulder pile driver for a very close second count. So not quite the Stormbreaker. But as he has Ishii reeling, he hits him with a hidden blade and then picks him up and hits him with the Stormbreaker for the win in 18 minutes and 20 seconds. Ospreay is showing that he can hang with the heavyweights. But again, there's just something about his mannerism that just got my heel senses going off. Like, I think he's about to turn. And it may be soon during this tournament that Will Ospreay kind of goes dark. But that remains to be seen. In the main event, we have Kota Ibushi taking on Jay White in a rematch from the finals of last year's G1. Now, Ibushi beat Jay White last year, and with the win against Okada during night 1 of the tournament this year, I'm not locking his chances of winning this match. Plus, as always, Jay White is accompanied by Gato, so that, doubles his chances of not winning this match. And we all know how this match is going to start. Jay White rolls out like he normally does to frustrate his opponents, rolls back in, and he's welcomed with a kick. But as we all know, Jay White is very cocky, determined, and he's not going to go down without a fight. So he's able to hit Ibushi with a TKO, draping him over the top rope, and then delivers a devastating knee breaker onto the apron. Now comes the assault on the outside. Barricades, etc. He starts attacking the leg and then goes back in the ring and starts working his leg over some more. He starts feeling real confident as he struts around the ring, flexing. Jay White has really grown on me. This man is an absolute incredible heel, and he kind of seems like everything that WWE probably wants Seth Rollins to be. Not to say that Seth Rollins isn't a high caliber worker as well. It's just Jay White, he's got him beat in terms of heel tactics, heel mannerisms. Plus, Jay White looks like he could be the evil brother of Seth Rollins. Maybe half brother, brother from another mother. Anyway, Ibushi is able to fight off the assault, getting in some more offense before getting cut back off. Jay White starts clapping with the fans. Ibushi, Ibushi. I love it, dude. He's such a heel. Ibushi looks like he wants to German Jay White into the ring from the apron while he's standing on the middle rope, but Gato starts holding Jay White's foot, stopping that from happening. Ibushi does get to hit the package tombstone piledriver, but he didn't hook both legs, and he wasn't able to capitalize with a pin attempt. Once again, we get that dead look in Ibushi's eyes as he fights off White from attacking the knee. I'm thinking we about to get Dark Ibushi like we did during Wrestle Kingdom 14. The way he just has that dead-ass look, that killer look in his eyes, when he had that match with Okada. I thought we were going to get that, but we didn't quite. He just, when Ibushi has that look in his eyes, you can tell like he's not having it anymore and someone's about to get their ass whooped. Jay White was able to avoid a Kamigoye and locks in a very nice reverse figure four. I'm stealing that, by the way. Jay White is able to, Ibushi was able to reach the ropes. Jay White releases the hold, but then delivers a sleeper suplex, but instead receives a running knee in return by Ibushi, followed by a sit-down powerbomb. So Ibushi be having those sudden bursts of energy where after a move, he pops back up and knocks you right back on your ass. Instead, Jay White grabs Red Shoes to avoid another Kamigoye, forearms Ibushi twice, who no-sells it. Again, that look in his eyes. And Jay White gets blasted by a forearm, putting him down before another well-placed kick to the back of the head, setting up the Kamigoye for another attempt. Gato jumps up on the apron with the towel like he's about to throw the towel in. While the ref is distracted, Ibushi gets low-blowed. Jay White follows it up with a bridging back suplex. Ibushi retaliates with another high knee, kicking Gato off of the apron, sets up for another Kamigoye, but Jay White reverses it into a Blade Runner for the pin. 20 minutes, 28 seconds. Gotta admit, I did not see that ending happening at that moment. But I told you, I didn't like Ibushi's chances of winning this match. Afterwards, Jay White cuts a promo talking about how you can accomplish more when you don't care about what the fans think. And his next opponent for night 5 of the tournament is going to be Okada. I cannot wait for that match. Alright, and that does it for the tournament action for tonight. And if you haven't been able to tell already, my match of the night was Jay White versus Ibushi. No contest. Well, actually, Will Ospreay and Tomohiro Ishii is a very close second, as I also enjoyed the story that they told in the ring. Again, Will Ospreay turning heel, trying to go toe-to-toe with Ishii. He needs to utilize the aerial offense. I really like the story. But, again, Jay White, Kota Ibushi, no contest, match of the night. And that will do it for today's review. I will be putting up my review for night 4 probably later on today or tomorrow. Be sure to hit that subscribe button. Again, you don't want to miss not one of these reviews as I start releasing them one by one. Be sure to hit that notification bell so you are notified whenever new episodes are uploaded. And if you want to follow me on social media, there's links in the description to my Facebook, Instagram, and my Twitter. And don't forget about the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast. Hey, it's the 4th Saturday of the month coming up, which means we have a new episode. Not only that, but it's our 2-year anniversary episode, so you definitely don't want to miss that. Check out the Saturday Night SlamCasters podcast, available wherever you get your podcasting fix. And with that, I will be out. I'm going to take this time to apologize. I know I normally put out a normal edition of the NJPW report. However, I've been so busy with the G1 Climax and other things, I failed to put my episode out. But just to let you know, if you are planning on watching NJPW Strong tonight, be sure to check it out because the Lions Break Crown tournament starts tonight. I will have my full review next week, Thursday, as usual, with my normal NJPW report. Till then, this has been Chris Black of the Saturday Night SlamCasters. Come get slammed.